Welcome back to the North Florida Wrestling Show, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. My name is Jordan Patrick James, and I'm incredibly excited about today's episode. Today we are continuing our Wrestling on the Spectrum series, produced and hosted by our very own Jason Weslager of Grappling House. If you hadn't seen the last episode, it highlighted the number 1 and number 2 in this previous Warzone Spring series, Levi, Segal, and Miles, Rinkus. Today's episode is going to highlight the mothers behind these incredible athletes. These mothers, Rachael Segal and Rachael Rinkus, show up day in and day out, not just in the stands or practice, but in every quiet, unseen moment that builds up a young athlete's character and confidence. Let's be honest, parenting any child is a journey. But parenting a child on the spectrum, also pursuing athletic excellence, that takes a different type of grit and resilience. Today, Jason is going to talk to these incredible women about the routines and meltdowns, the triumphs and the setbacks, whether it's managing sensory overloads at tournaments or celebrating the small wins that most people never see. These women have insight, wisdom, and strength that deserves the center stage. So sit back and listen as we dive into the world of these two powerful mothers. Hear their voices, get their perspective, and experience the truths that they have learned along the way. We hope you enjoy today's episode, Wrestling on the Spectrum, A Mother's Love.
We're joined with the mothers of the wrestlers that we've been interviewing here. We have Rachael Rinkus and we have Rachael Segal. Rachael Rinkus is Miles's mother, and then Rachael Segal is Levi's mother. And so we just wanted to have them on and kind of discuss a few basic questions. So first for Mrs. Rinkus, what positive changes have you seen in your son since he kind of started his journey 2.5 years ago?
I would say we've seen he's become more confident and had something to look forward to, be proud of, and even at school they're aware of his accomplishments, and that makes me very excited.
Sure.
So yeah, I would say that confidence.
You've seen kind of like a really rapid rise in that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say so. Yeah.
I like to hear that. Rachael?
I would start off by saying grades and focus. He has, the maturity level alone has increased so much, which comes with age, but also being able to come to a practice 4 or 5 days a week, exerting all that energy that he has built up in class all day. He's able to just calm and breathe and relax at school, and always having something to look forward to, except Fridays, where there's no practice.
We'll probably just start having practice on Fridays.
We'll talk about that.
We can have a discussion about that. So when you first heard about wrestling, prior to ever coming into the practice, first impressions, were you excited for your son? Were you nervous for him? Did you think it was going to go good, bad, ugly, what?
I'm still nervous for him. Yeah, there's still some videos where I shake a little bit on the camera. At first, you look at the mat and you don't understand what's going on. It's a bunch of kids throwing each other around and giggling when they do it. Some crying at the corner. But coming from a family that didn't wrestle, we don't have any experience with that. It's interesting going back and seeing 3 months later, wow, the changes, like a step every 3 months.
Yeah. Well, and you said something about it. It normally takes them 4 days to jump, and that's a rare thing. Generally, it's 2-3 weeks of like repetition to get to it. But I've noticed that with him, and there's a handful of others at our club that you teach them something, and they're like eager and willing to I need to try that tomorrow. And then if they love it, great. If they don't, but like banana split was like that, where we taught him it on a Monday, and on Saturday he was hitting it in tournaments.
He loves it. He's excited. He's so excited to try everything new and to impress you too. Yeah, that's a big deal. Is how he can show you what he's learned. That's a lot of autism too. Is the I don't know what the right word is, like reciprocation from it. The reactions from the coach, eager to show you what he can do.
Like coach being proud of the pets.
Yes. Very, very big deal.
That comes easy with
And it's the age too.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but it comes easy. I mean, in that being proud of that kid.
He wants to do it. It's all he talks about. It's all he thinks about.
Absolutely. What about for you?
It was overwhelming at first. We kind of had the same experience. There's a lot of kids in here and a lot of different abilities. Some kids were really tough, and that was kind of scary. But kind of like you said, as we progressed and became more interested in the sport, we were more eager to encourage him to keep going with
Yeah.
it.
And now he's winning a heck of a lot more than he's losing now.
Yes, it's been a positive experience for sure.
So, what has the wrestling community meant to you as a parent, as far as what you've experienced, the kind of camaraderie between all the kids and the parents, and just the general love of the sport for all the kids?
So, traveling as much as we do, going to different cities, going to different towns. As a parent of a wrestler, it's go all the time. You get off work, you go to a wrestling tournament 4 days a week, you go to wrestling practice 4 days a week, then you go to a tournament, and it's nonstop. And to have those people that you're just sitting there texting in a group chat of what's our plans? Okay, I can't make it. Who's going? Who can my kid? Let me take your kid for the weekend and you take mine. It's such a tight-knit community of people who not only are doing it for the children, but it's also fun for the parents. I love it. I get so excited to go to a tournament. I've checked the wrestlingtournaments.com website to see how many more kids are registered.
Yeah.
It's a great community, and I'm never going to leave it.
Yeah, and I would say, it's become a big part of our lives, and we appreciate all of the support, the encouragement. Everybody's very positive.
If there was another mother or father out there with a son or daughter on the spectrum, would you recommend wrestling for them?
Absolutely. So when it comes to a child on the spectrum, you have so many different variations and levels, and it can be overwhelming. You can compare your child to others, but autism is so specific to each child. And I'll just say that it is repetitious practices. It's an outlet for them. One of Levi's characteristics with autism is that he likes to play rough. He's always liked to play rough. And with wrestling, he doesn't have to hold back. He can go as hard as he wants. He's got Joe and Yuri and Juan and Ryder who are so willing to get on the mat with him. This generation of high school kids out there doing it with no volunteer hours,
just doing it
reason. But if you do have a child with autism, it's a lot of sensory output, which is positive. They can squeeze, can flip, they can twirl, and it's for a purpose. It's also one-on-one sport. You guys tried basketball, he's tried soccer. He absolutely loved basketball until he found wrestling and he was done. There's no seasons, there's no balls, there's no chasing people back and forth. It's a one-on-one focused sport. You do your match and then you wait for the next one.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. The one-on-one aspect of wrestling makes it, the other part of that is there's no one to blame. The idea that me and that person are going to step on the mat, and if I lose, quit or get better. So
it's solely your technique and how much effort you've put into it.
And I think that's an aspect of the sport a lot of people fall in love with, and I think it fits well with that.
Yeah, and I would agree. I think that's one thing that has helped Miles, and he did try several sports before wrestling, and I think that one-on-one aspect. Sometimes he would get lost in the game. It's soccer. There's a lot of rules, a lot of different people on the field. But with wrestling, it's just that one-on-one. It's something that he's really excelled at and been able to focus.
Yeah, making it a little bit simpler. Where this is the small set of rules versus soccer. Like, are you the winger? Are you the defender? Are you
back and forth?
It confused me when I was young. So I could see how the simplicity of wrestling can make that.
And the seasons, the off again, on again seasons. Soccer's a winter sport, and baseball's t-ball's a fall summer sport, and it just you switch sports based on the seasons. Whereas wrestling doesn't stop. I mean, there is your main season, of course, but
there's opportunities 12 months a year, and that's what's really nice about this. Fall in love with it, like these two have. You can pretty much make this your thing.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to try and start maybe expanding the different things outside of Florida. Maybe some Georgia, Alabama, start traveling a little bit, getting a little more efficient. Yeah.
And you'll find that's something that happens not only in this area, but really any rest of the week. Once kids start to get to they're getting more matches done, they're losing at home. Not that it's not beneficial to get on the mat. Can, but sometimes it's more beneficial to go see those tough matches in South Carolina, Mississippi, or Tennessee than wrestling the same old kids here. So that's something good to strive for. I think that's a good long term.